What's that? Ooh, it just messed up.
What setting am I on? The third one?
Huh?
Am I on the right setting?
Yeah.
Turn it off. And start it back up.
What are you doing?
I'm shut it down so I can start it back up.
Okay. Okay. Gotta go one more. I think the phone is in there crooked. Okay.
Alright. We'll soon see. And where am I? Am I in front of a bar or anything, or just standing out in the middle?
The concrete seat.
Okay,
thing.
got it.
I'm gonna scoot you down just a little bit because that light pole's right in the way.
Okay.
I will be back.
Good. All right. Welcome back to the Magic Kingdom here on Tuesday, April 29th. It's going to be a little bit of overcast today, all day, I think. I think it's only supposed to be in the mid to high 80s, but there is a very slight chance of weather in the later afternoon. We'll probably be done well before then, especially a few of our technical difficulties that we've had as of late. Like I said, we are here during the day. Most of the vloggers that we've seen or observed tend to wait till the later afternoon now, sometimes even later, as we try to navigate through the park during the increased heat. I think that last time we were here, our stream got cut short by at least maybe 30 minutes or so. I re-listened to it just the other day and realized, there's about, we were at Tiana's Bayou Adventure when the stream cut off. That wasn't too far from when we ended the stream anyway. So nobody missed out on anything significant. As I said, we are here once again on a Tuesday. My wife is pin trading and I'm just having you tag along to take in the sounds of what I listen to as I come to the park, and hopefully you'll get better views. I try to position myself to where we can at least get a shot of something. But please forgive me if you do get a shot of the back of someone's head or we're prolonged behind someone's backside for a little bit of time. It's not my fault. For anybody that doesn't know, I am a blind vlogger. I lost basically 90% of what vision I had left back in 2021. But I still do enjoy going to the theme parks as often as possible. We gave ourselves a little bit of a day off yesterday. The kids were out of school Monday, so we took them out for some miniature golf. Titan wanted to go to Animal Kingdom to continue his birthday. And then they also got some of the dye-free ice cream that they can have inside the park. They did some pin trading. We got to see the baby tiger, Batso, who is now 7 months old, and apparently he does not look like a baby anymore. And ran into another cast member that we used to work with many years ago that has found himself at Animal Kingdom now. Ironically enough, I recognize his voice from at least 9 years ago. Maybe 10. Actually, yeah, 10 years ago. Like I said, it's going to be a cloudy day today. Hopefully that will not interrupt too many things. It is supposed to have some sort of precipitation later in the afternoon. Like I said, it's going to be about the time where Florida starts to get that afternoon rain showers. We did get a little bit of a rain cluster yesterday, again, late afternoon. Much needed here in Florida, as we have a couple wildfires that had sparked over there on the East Coast not that long ago. I don't know if they're all the way contained as of yet, but yesterday's rain definitely probably did help. As I said yesterday, we went to take the kids to the miniature golf course. Actually, when we went to the Winter Summerland over there, located right next to Blizzard Beach. That's actually the first time I've actually been to that miniature golf course. I've driven past it plenty of times. Never actually went to it, but the kids had a blast. Titan got 2 hole-in-ones. And the only reason I know that is because he was so proud to say it over and over again. Go ahead and check out Winter Summerland's miniature golf course. From my understanding, I do believe that there are certain benefits to staying on property. I overheard somebody say that you actually get 1 free golf game when you're staying at select Disney resorts. I also heard that there's also maybe a water park option that's also free. Just another reason to stay on property here at Disney property. Redundant, I know. And while my wife is pin trading for the day, if we do get pointed at something nice, I will try to remember any and all news that I've heard over the past weekend. A lot of the things that popped up on my YouTube videos that I have been watching have been the continued argument between Epic Universe and Disney. Again, I will say this all the time. It is 2 different crowds, 2 different markets. I don't think that Universal Studios is worried about competing with Disney, and I don't think Disney is competing with Universal. I think that for the most part, they're just trying to be the reason why people come to Florida, which is the only competition that there is. But even still, again, 2 different markets, 2 different crowds. I'm a big Universal Studios fan. I liked old school Universal. My wife, it's growing on her, but she is a diehard Disney, so it's just nice to have that perspective. But I would say that it's never going to be you'll never be able to, I don't think, sway her decision on whether she'll go to Disney or Universal Studios. So everybody has a different appeal. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon and say that Disney is offering these special deals because they're worried about Universal Studios. That is not the case at all. This is typically the time where Disney will always give those special deals. It is the summer, and as I've noticed, even being with the company, Florida does tend to slow down in tourism over the summer. I think that between the years of 2018 and 2022, a lot of people fell in love with the fact that Florida was the place to be. But that has since fallen by the wayside a little bit. Our tourism hasn't been too bad, but it hasn't been the way that it was years prior. I think it started, 2023 was a slow year, 2024 was even slower. And this summer doesn't seem to be as bad. We've had a couple of hit or miss days. Like I said, we went to Animal Kingdom yesterday, and even though the wait times were high, we got to Animal Kingdom just after 12, and some of the rides were, where you would expect them to be. Flights of Passage was supposed to get 85, but by the time we got over to Flights of Passage, that was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was down to 55 minutes, so I would say that's pretty much more accurate for the day. Dinosaur was posting a 15. I would say that was pretty accurate because that is the one ride that we did yesterday. And please forgive me if you tuned into this video in the beginning. If I was facing the castle, bear with me as I try to get my bearings a little bit, as I cannot physically see the castle. But based off of where the speaker is to my left, I'm trying to maintain the same position I was just in. And if you are new to this channel, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I am a blind Disney vlogger. My wife is a blonde pin trader. And if I'm not going to tag along on all the festivities of pin trading, I will just find me a nice little spot, listen to the sounds, and hear all the people having occasional fun. No real exciting news, though, as far as anything new over this weekend. I said to myself yesterday as we were walking through Dinoland, because the kids knew what was going on, but they were confused as when Dinosaur would be closing, and I had to tell them that they've got pretty much the rest of this year to check out the dinosaur attraction. I was hoping that somewhere by June or July that they would switch over the dinosaur signage and bring back the countdown to extinction signs that used to be there during opening day. I figured that would be fitting. Ooh. I believe I hear a cavalcade in the distance, so I'm hoping that the view that we have will showcase this. If not, I will try to point it as best I can to showcase the cavalcade. I have been placed right in front of a fence line, so I'm hoping that as this should be a good shot of the castle, that you'll be able to see the cavalcade as it comes in front. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at the balloon.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Oh, yep, there is a cavalcade coming off to my left-hand side. Hopefully you guys will get a good shot of the cavalcade as it's coming. I will try to stay in this position. My wife will probably be back in a little bit, so bear with us. And as the cavalcade does get closer and the music does overtake the speakers, I will let the background music take over the audio for this. What? Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you. As I said, as the cavalcade comes closer, the audio will take over and I will remain silent. And no, unfortunately, I will say we did not attend any events for the Dapper Day weekend. We don't normally come to the parks on the weekends for various reasons. Our son has baseball games on Saturday. My wife works on Sunday. And I don't particularly care for weekend crowds because it does get a little bit too much no matter what. And then we did miss the Dapper events on Monday. As I said, we were miniature golfing and at Animal Kingdom with our son, which was per his request as we celebrate his birthday on April 15th. And it still continues. Oh, am I facing the castle, Did?
To the left a little bit. It's still in shot.
It's still what?
It's still in the shot.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure how long it could take, so I also hope the cavalcade will come in front of the...
Oh, you want to go over here? We'll get a better shot?
Okay. I also got to tell you, so somebody's balloon popped next to me.
Oh, my God.
I got that on... You can hear that in the background. Then all of a sudden, something brushed right in front of me.
Yeah?
The other balloon, which was attached to the weight thing,
Yeah. They said
I somehow caught it.
right now.
and then I just held it out for them to see me have it.
Wow, I cannot get anywhere.
I would say we could have stayed where we were. I figured that cavalcade would have came right in front of that castle shot. Any luck on the pins or no?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you try the theater again?
or hold it?
I can hold it.
Okay, let's go over here then. This is shady. Is this too loud though?
Fine. Yeah, it feels like it's like shaking.
I might have to eat my sandwich. I'm hungry.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I can sit in. We gonna sit down somewhere? Or sit on a ledge?
Yeah.
All right.
Something in the sun.
That was the cavalcade here on Main Street. Periodically throughout the day. They do have set times. Always make sure to check your My Disney Experience for when that next cavalcade will be. And also ask a cast member just in case. Because sometimes technical difficulties do happen. And I don't believe they make announcements if that cavalcade does not go. It is a freestanding cavalcade, which means there really isn't any setup for it. They just kind of get people to stand off to the side as it's coming down. Unlike the 3 o'clock parade, or I should say the main parade during the day, whatever time it does come out, they do have a specific setup for that. And if you've liked what you've seen so far, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel.
What shade is hey, why are you?
Oh,
What are you doing?
I don't know. Where are you taking me? You didn't say. You said there were shades. So I thought we were going somewhere else.
When I walked over here, it was shade.
Oh.
You can sit down right now. It's
Where
not
we-
really facing anything, but
It's all right. All right. Where behind me? Oh.
It's facing the wilderness.
So,
And the wilderness must be explored.
Caca!
Here you go.
This will be a quick meal for me. And I'm done. No, okay. Is this a potato roll?
What?
Is this a potato roll? Or just a bun, regular bun?
It's a roll. What's a potato roll? A potato roll?
Yeah, you never heard of potato roll? I don't know what it is, but I used to do them at Publix all the time. They're
It's
like
a dinner roll.
okay, yeah. It kind of it tastes like a potato roll is like almost looks like a King Hawaiian roll, but very flaky like this. We opted to bring our lunch today. She's made some convenient salami sandwiches. Nope.
You put them on the other side this
Yeah,
time.
I'll take it though.
Oh. Actually, I'm gonna need it again. You just need a drink? Yeah, okay. There you go. You want some grapes?
Oh no, God no.
Rude.
I'll take some wine.
It's the same thing.
No. Wine is the better grape. Let's stand up for a minute. And I mentioned earlier how we took our kids to the miniature golf course yesterday. There's actually 2 miniature golf courses on Disney property.
Let me get you in the shade.
Okay. And each of the 2 Disney golf courses have 2 golf courses in them. So technically there are 4 miniature golf courses on Walt Disney World property. And as I always say, it wouldn't be streaming without the screaming. I don't think our kids ever really had temper tantrums at Disney, did they?
I think I've never done it everywhere they want.
I mean, not like out there, like yeah, in the car, but like when we got to the park, it was never like a long.
Titan still has them everywhere we go.
That's just whining. I'm talking about a full-blown cry, like. Okay.
Thank you. All the way down.
Entering into Liberty Square. Hall of Presidents is still going through its refurbishment as they replace the presidents around again. I haven't heard an official date as far as when this is supposed to be reopening. I think the only date I've actually heard was somewhere in June. July? Okay. And that's typically normal whenever we do have the changing of the guards as far as the presidency. And of course, this is the first time in my existence.
Have you stand up here?
Okay.
We're going to Christmas shop.
Okay. What I got to shot at right now? Just.
You're looking at the crane.
Oh, okay.
For Big Thunder.
All right. So before I talk about the Big Thunder, as I was saying, this will be the first time in our history, that we will be featuring a president that will be featured in the Hall of Presidents twice. As the current president was also the 45th president. So basically they will be switching out, I would imagine they'll be switching out his animatronic back to the forefront. And I would imagine that they will be waiting for another speech of his. That was quick. Didn't even get to talk about the crane yet.
Are you having a moment with the crane?
No, let's talk about Hall of Presidents, and then I was going to switch over to the crane real quick. The crane is for Big Thunder Mountain's huge refurbishment, which is also, I think, a combination of what they're going to be doing with the expansion of Cars Land and then the Villains area, respectively. Something that is a little bit of a sour point for a lot of people who are fans of Tom Sawyer's Island. One of the very few opening day attractions left in Walt Disney World here. But I personally think it's going to be a very well used piece of space.
I'm sorry, I've got to use your phone a second.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Okay. And then rumor has it with Big Thunder Mountain is that they are extending the track for a better finale scene. Apparently our Big Thunder Mountain has what people have said is kind of the most blandest finale. Everyone else's Big Thunder Mountain has like a big explosion scene. Ours is basically just a wind down from all the excitement that you had from the ride in the first place. Make get a calm. And for what I've heard, they're replacing a lot of the track. Hopefully that will make it be a little bit smoother. And of course, the obvious transition from Liberty Square to Frontierland. as the Liberty Square music definitely fades into the background. Good right there.
So yeah, okay, right there. I gotta check something real quick.
And once again, if you are just now going ahead and tuning in, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification for any and all of the chaos and unpredictability in our channel. I am a blind blogger that enjoys going to the Central Florida theme parks. Since we live fairly close to the Walt Disney World property, this is pretty much where we will be the majority of the time. We do enjoy going to Universal Studios, but sometimes it's not a good idea because of I-4 traffic. And we are always on a tight schedule because we do enjoy sometimes going to the theme parks while our kids are in school, which our kids don't mind at all because they are born and raised here. So going to the theme parks isn't as, I don't want to say it's not as exciting, but it's kind of like an everyday ordeal. Whereas for me, I didn't grow up doing this, so I actually still love doing it to this very day. I've been an active member of going to the Walt Disney World parks consistently at least a dozen times a month for the past 12 years when we started our Disney journey back in 2013. And as I've said, we've probably only spent, oh man, I think the longest that we spent without going to a Disney park was probably 5 months when we did live in Missouri for about a year. That's why most of our streams, we end most of our streams at least no later than about 2:30, depending on the day, because that's when our kids get out of school. Wednesdays is our shorter days, but pretty soon they will be out of school, so we won't have an excuse. But we do want to transition, as I've said, we do want to transition to actually making regular videos when the kids are out of school. If we do any live streams, okay. If we do any live streams, it will probably be at the house during the summers, or if we're doing a staycation, as it just seems to be easier and calmer with our little ones. And I say little ones, but I really mean like our oldest. She will be 10 this July, and our son just turned 8 just 2 weeks ago. So they're not little ones anymore. Pretty soon they'll be adult tickets. Good to go.
There's a tornado on the ground.
Where? Where?
I don't know, I think in Marshfield.
Oh.
Lauren, it was in Walmart. They had to take cover in the Walmart break room.
Wow. That's pretty close. Uh-oh. And we're moving.
I'm sorry, I had to weave it.
Bobbing and a weaving.
Bobbing and weaving.
It's unbelievable. That would be a unique channel. Get you a white lady and a black girl. Their channel could be called Bob and Weave.
Oh, geez. Lord, help me.
Stay to the left. Okay. And this is I don't know if it's just showcasing in the shot, but we have yet to have experienced Tiana's Bayou Adventure. She's not big on water rides at all. I'm not too big on the traditional log flume. Never been like a big thing for me. I can actually tell you, in all the years that Splash Mountain existed, oh, I lost you. Okay. In all the years that Splash Mountain existed, I probably rode that attraction 5 times total. And one of the times was actually the only time our kids actually got on that attraction. Right before it closed. I would probably say I think I've been on Splash Mountain maybe about 2 times in the last 10 years before it closed down. Ooh. Deep in the heart of Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Spin around.
Spinning. Right there. Well, here's hoping you guys having a shot of something other than a wall. Once again, you guys are just tagging along with me as my wife is pin trading throughout Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. And I'm just taking in the sounds of the theme park, which is basically all by memory. I can navigate through this park based off the sounds and the smells around me. Sometimes I am off by a little bit, but it is strictly by memory, even in areas that I'm not familiar with, because there are a lot of new things that are around Walt Disney World property. Technically, I've never formally remembered Star Wars Galaxy's Edge over there at Hollywood Studios. I have a old memory of where Guardians of the Galaxy is, because I do understand that a lot of that area has changed over the last, I would say, 7 years since I last worked in Epcot. And there is a bit of comforting news for anybody that has followed my journey at all. Over the weekend, I saw a news report where they may have found a cure, or I would say, I don't want to say a cure, but more like a remedy for people that have had glaucoma or just degenerative eye failure. Set to hit human clinical trials by 2028. So it's very exciting news for me. I'm actually wishing that I could talk to someone and be the first one in line for those human trials. As of right now, they have said there are no immediate side effects that they're seeing.
Okay, so she's gonna have trivia in just a second. You're gonna have to put the camera down.
Okay.
Okay. She's wrapping up with the other people first.
All right, I'm gonna have to put you guys down. Okay.
To the right.
I remember you guys. You did look familiar, but then you got him. He's better than me. Better than me. All right. What was the question I gave you the last time? Do you remember?
I think the question that you just gave them, I already know the answer to.
Okay.
And the last question,
I don't remember.
she's the one that has to do it.
Was it the Tom Sawyer question?
Yes, that was the first time. But then the other day, she was the
Can't remember.
I don't remember, but if you ask me a question and you've already asked me, I will tell you.
Okay. So do you want Magic Kingdom Park, Pixar, or classic Disney movie?
Magic Kingdom Park.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Magic Kingdom Park. Okay.
Well, that's cooler.
Which opening day so popular, they turned around and built one at Disney.
That was the last
That's
question you gave me.
Okay. There
And I
are
don't remember the answer.
there are 4 attractions here at Magic Kingdom that came before the movie.
Okay.
Name one. I know one.
What's
Pirates.
Pirates? There's one.
Okay.
Okay, that
Pirates of
came
the
before-
Caribbean, Jungle Cruise,
2,
Haunted Mansion
3.
came before the movie.
Yep. It is also live action, released in 2002. And a lot of people don't realize this attraction.
Country Bear Jamboree?
There you go.
Yes.
See, that's why I bring him.
I remember because it was like they were animatronic, or yeah, they were like,
They were live action.
yeah, it was live action. Yeah, it was
They're kinda
interesting.
creepy.
Yeah, yeah. That's a anyway.
Especially the movie poster.
Yeah. I was thinking like I can't describe how they look, but it was
Yeah.
an interesting movie.
Give you a Marie. She's not great. I'm sorry.
She's good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank
Y'all
you.
Have a great day.
You too. Okay. I was drawing a blank because again I keep thinking of rides.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way, sir. You know, I knew all those. I was just letting you answer.
Oh yeah. I mean, you should have known at least the 3 that the one that you named off. Then of course the other 2.
The problem is it takes me too long. The other problem is my mind goes to like the things Walt worked on at the World's Fair before he put them here. But that wasn't the question.
No. And in case anybody didn't hear that question for posterity, the question was name 4 Magic Kingdom attractions that were attractions before they became movies. And if anybody's in the chat wants to leave down the answers down below, I'll even get a few minutes because some of our viewers do go back and watch some of our videos. So once again, name 4 attractions that were rides inside the theme park before they became movies.
Oh, see now, okay, so, right. The problem is it takes me to, the problem is when someone asks me a question, I panic.
Cannot compute.
I know when Haunted Mansion was made.
Yes.
So I knew that. I already knew Pirates, so that was not
Yeah.
but Mansion, and then, so Pirates Mansion.
Jungle Cruise.
Oh, yeah, see, I knew that. That's The Rock. The Rock?
Yes.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I know that. I know that came long after the ride.
Yes.
Because it's fairly new.
Yes. And the other one was the Country Bears. As soon as she said, she didn't have to say the year. She said an old movie, and I was like, oh wait, yes, Country Bear. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a movie.
Yeah, there was. It wasn't a well-received movie. That was okay. That was that year though. That was that decade where Disney wasn't putting out their best. Because I remember we started off 2000 with that movie Dinosaur that no one really watched.
Oh.
I mean, no one. I've never heard anybody that even knows that the ride Dinosaur came before the movie.
Okay, just swing around.
Swinging.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And then yes, the Country Bear Jamboree. Not actually, the movie was just called The Country Bears. Was not well received in theaters. If you remember, between the years of, I would ultimately say between the years of 2000 and about 2000 and maybe 8 or 9, almost a full decade, Disney wasn't nailing the box office the way they did the decade before. When you think about that decade of the 90s of Disney between Aladdin, The Lion King, all those great movies, Toy Story, the next decade was really hard to compete with. And we had to be fair to that cast member. She has asked us two trivia questions before. And the question that she was going to ask was the question that we already had answered previously. Don't think that's fair to know the answer to a trivia question just for the sake of getting the answer right.
Yeah, that's not the right thing to do. Plus, I want another question.
Yeah, we like to be schooled. At the same time, we like to show off our knowledge of.
And by we, you mean you.
Well, yes. I am.
Iris
Kid-
was too long. Sorry.
Oh, what was the wait time?
35.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
And yes, as I've stated in previous videos, I am blind. I do have a disability. I do not qualify for the Disability Access Service according to Disney standards. And I don't really try to do many rides that have more than 25 minutes. It's not necessarily for a physical disability. It's more because of the vertigo that I get, which doesn't allow me to go through the queue lines if they are winding in and out. I do get dizzy and I start to lose balance. And if you didn't know, I am 6 feet tall, roughly about 240 pounds. That is too much meat for one person to try to navigate through a queue when he's having his vertigo. So if it's more than 30 minutes, I will avoid it, depending on the attraction.
Aladdin and Jasmine are out. That's fun.
Oh, haven't seen them. Which is it? Prince Ali Aladdin, or is it Street Rat?
I think Street Rat.
Street Rat. I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer. And just like that, we're back in Frontierland.
Yeah, I'm winding in and out today.
Surprised you can go buy the sunglass set again.
Well, not a lot of people trade there, so it doesn't leave a lot. Can you point it down a second?
Yeah. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Sorry about that, folks. Every once in a while, if I cannot position the camera in a safe spot, I will just blindly point you down to the ground, as I've called it, being grounded. Hopefully it doesn't last for more than a few seconds, but sometimes it has lasted 4 minutes at a time. We are a little bit weary about putting the camera right in front of a cast member's face. Some cast members do not like to be up front on camera.
I mean, we're assuming that.
I mean, I would say for the most part it's just out of respect because we can't give them a heads up.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they can see the camera, but there's no significant way of being there's no facial gesture you can say camera.
Unless the camera's already on you. So
Yes.
it's not really-
I mean, and we've run into some cast members who, they don't mind putting on a show anyway, even though we still won't put them on camera. We've had some pretty good engagements with cast members as of late, which I would expect nothing but the best, even though we do get a few of those cast members that are more suitable for SeaWorld or Six Flags.
Yep. Or retirement, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's
They're
another.
ready for retirement, and they want you to know it.
But as I would always say, once you're a cast member, you're always a cast member, and you got to bring that magic almost everywhere that you go. Especially if you're proud of the job that you had, which I always am. Even though there was some jobs I'd be like,
Spin around.
spinning.
I'll be right back.
There are some jobs I would say there's not a job that I regret doing when I worked for the Walt Disney World Company. I would actually have loved to have done some of those jobs at a different point in my life. I think that the problem was is that I started with attractions. I fell in love with working at attractions, being with the guests. That all other parts of the job were just kind of like, secondary in my book. Even though I've heard great things about working custodial, I know lots of people that love working food and beverage. I mean, pretty much, I know lots of people that love working most of the positions that they do.
Want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, sure.
They took one of the rocking chairs away.
Oh, might be down for a refurb.
I did not see that on the app.
Well, that's because they took off our meet and greet off the map.
Mine and yours?
Yeah, that's what I said, our meet and greet.
Oh, I was just confirming.
Yeah, it's our meet and greet. That's the only place.
That's against the rules.
Well, we're not publicly putting it out there. Well, I mean, I just did on YouTube, but that's all right.
But that's not public.
Yeah.
That's just between us.
That's just between the subscribers that we have. So, in case you're wondering, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel. You can always find us in a rocking chair somewhere in the park at some point. You'll just never know when. Kind of make sure that you want to hit that bell notification so that you can tune into our videos and see exactly where we are. I can't be missed. Like I said, I'm 6 feet tall, 240 pounds. I'm blind. I'm black. She's blonde. We stick out like sore thumbs. Well, I mean, is it not true? You're like saying it like I said something. Like, don't tell them that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not ashamed of my culture. Don't stifle me, woman. I'll kind of turn this off to the side here. Because I was going to turn the camera off to the side here. Ooh, that fish is on point today.
Wish that I could see that far away.
Oh, the wait time?
Yeah.
Well, where was it at? In the canopy?
We're out here at the green umbrella, yeah.
Oh, like the wait, I mean the queue. Is it all the way out back? Oh, okay. Okay.
Not to the back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. How convenient. We're placed right in front of the Haunted Mansion. Hopefully we're getting a good shot of the Haunted Mansion. I know you probably can't hear the music too well. Another attraction that I briefly worked that I enjoyed working this attraction. I just wish I had more time with this attraction. Getting to know the ins and the outs of the rides, probably one of the best parts about working at Disney. If you're really into that stuff, which I always have been. Most people, they treat this as just a job. I actually enjoy every piece of the company, no matter what it is that I've done. Even though I will say that I have definitely been out of the loop over the past 5 years as Disney continues to attempt to accommodate my disability. Something that a lot of people have a lot of faith that they can do. It's just a matter of getting someone that will actually do it. Because there is certain protocols that they do have to adhere to, which I understand. I just wish that they would accommodate for the accommodations. And I don't know if I'm going to get a good shot of this. I'll probably pan around. Hopefully you guys can see the Liberty Bell riverboat. As that will, I'm also judging this based off of where the audio from where I can hear it.
I gotta see your phone a second.
Oh,
Sorry.
good.
You lost service.
I do?
I reconnected. Let's go.
I lost you. I'll probably have to switch the Wi-Fi off here in a little bit. It was probably just because I was standing right underneath that, right by that, too close to that store.
If you're connected still. Yeah, you're connected.
And I believe we are standing right around the area of Rapunzel's Tower, which is the bathrooms for this area. Fun fact, from what I understand, this actually was supposed to be a meet and greet for Rapunzel and the various characters from Tangled. But apparently, they made the critical error of realizing that there is no bathrooms between Pinocchio's Village House, which is farther in Fantasyland. The nearest bathroom would be all the way at the Frontierland Breezeway, which means that a huge gap of no bathrooms, which is what Disney did not want to do, especially because the existing bathrooms, or the bathrooms that did used to exist, just beyond Peter Pan had closed years before. So then they said, instead of a meet and greet, let's give them a bathroom. And I'm not sure if they still do this, but during like special events, like the Halloween party and I think the Christmas party, they would have the lanterns photo ops by the Rapunzel's bathrooms.
Swing around. Swing around.
And at some point, we will probably be checking the comments down below. So if anybody's left any comments, any chats, hell, even any super chats, we will get to them as soon as we can, as she is on a pin trading mission once again. As I've stated in previous live streams, we stumbled across a large number of pins that we had from our collection that we started about 10 years ago, 11 years ago or so. Some of them we definitely couldn't do without, as we will probably never find them again. But then there's like I said, a large number of them that we just continuously trade. And for the most part, our trading is just for fun. Sometimes we'll receive the same pin and just say, hey, we'll just trade that somewhere else. Also, we do the pin trading mainly because I hope to get a lot of trivia. So far, the #1 trivia spot has been Animal Kingdom. We try to give Animal Kingdom a little bit of a break because we do pin trade there more often than not over the last month. And they start to recognize us more and more. Same could be said here in the Magic Kingdom. I think we're getting fairly recognizable between Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. And then tomorrow, if all goes according to plan, which never does, we'll be live streaming at Epcot just for a few hours.
Swing around and go to your left.
Sorry about that. So we'll be live streaming tomorrow at Epcot, which of course that means that the Beverly Challenge will be happening. And if you don't know, the Beverly Challenge is every 10 likes on that video and every 5 subscribers means that I will be drinking the Beverly. And if you don't know the Beverly is probably it's the infamous drink that everyone hates, but it's more like a rite of passage for anybody that's coming to Epcot for the first time. If I had to describe that drink of Beverly, it would be as consistent as vomit. If you've ever threw up in your mouth a little bit and swallowed it back down, that is the #1 ingredient to what Beverly tastes like. And depending on the batch of Beverly that you get, it can taste a little different every single time, but never a good one. That's why I do it for the sake of the channel. Like I said, 10 likes equals 1 cup. Every 5 subscribers equals 2 cups. Last week was a shorter stream. I think we only did it for just over 3 hours. I think. We had managed to get 10 likes, and then we managed to get 3 subscribers, but that only meant 1 cup of Beverly. I think the most that I had to do in one live stream was, I believe it was 3. And of course, the way we do the Beverly Challenge now is as we stream throughout that day, we will tally up by at least 1 o'clock, depending on what time we have to leave. We will tally up at a specific time later in the afternoon. How many likes do we have? How many subscribers do we received? And then that will determine how many cups of Beverly that I will get. And that will all be consumed at once. Tomorrow is a short streaming day. So I would expect that we probably won't be starting the stream until maybe 10 a.m., give or take. And it will probably last till about 1:30, which means that we will probably be tallying up any likes, any subscribers by at least 12:45, 12:50. So if you're tuning in now, make sure you hit that bell notification for tomorrow's stream. Tell your friends, tell your enemies if you're watching this at a later time. We're shooting for Wednesday about 10 a.m., somewhere between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. That will be live stream at Epcot.
Have fun, everybody.
And then, of course, there'll also still be pin trading, so there'll be great little viewpoints of different parts of Epcot all day tomorrow as we stream. Another reason that we do not do a lot of rides, even though I know it says it in the title, it really depends on the wait times, like I said before. It's also because a lot of rides have a lot of copyrights, which doesn't allow us to stream. And then there are various attractions that we do lose significant signal, whether it is on the Wi-Fi or even with my data, which would probably be a big reason why a lot of the other live streamers, they're very picky on the rides that they do live stream on.
That is the place to be if you like it crowded.
If you like what?
If you like it crowded.
Oh,
There's so many people in there.
where was this thing at? The Philhar?
Sir Mickey's.
Sir Mickey's?
I told the
Okay.
lady, I said, I'm standing right beside you. I'm so sorry I'm not crowding you. She said, it's okay. It's so crowded in here.
Yeah. Well, it's also, yeah, because that's where the meet and greets dump out at.
Oh.
Have you checked the video if it's still good or not?
I think we're still good. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with the tornado stuff.
Yeah.
It's moving to Laclede, and I'm trying to make sure everyone's
Just move it to where?
Laclede.
Oh, okay.
From Marshfield. Well, touchdown near Fair Grove. I haven't touched. I
Oh,
haven't talked to
Shelly. Are they back? So they're okay.
Yeah.
And then once we do actually have a sit-down moment, I want to reiterate some of the things that I hear inside the park that are just kind of like, it's misinformation.
Two of my kids don't care.
A little bit of theme park etiquette. If you've ever seen some of our videos, we try not to voice too much frustration. As we come here all the time, we've worked here, we've seen it all, we've been through it all. There's nothing that surprises me except for the fact that there are some things that just happen every single day, and you just can't make light of it. To the right. First and foremost, I do want to tell everybody that, of course, if you're coming here and you have little ones and they have a stroller, by all means, it is okay to have a stroller, but please be aware, Disney has stroller parking areas designated for various attractions. Sometimes those stroller parking areas are very limited to that attraction, but there are some that are bigger than others. But if you are not sure, just make sure you ask a cast member. Do not just assume that because strollers are parked somewhere that is stroller parking, because that might be an area that stroller parker, who is a cast member, will be moving that stroller. And it is going to be your guess on where that stroller will be moved to.
So for some reason, I was not getting any of these messages. So, Dave, hello.
Oh.
Dave, hello. Robert, hello. Good morning. We did take the kids to Disney yesterday. We played miniature golf, went out to eat, and went to Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Fast Pass, hello, hello.
Oh, how long have we been on? I don't even know what time it is.
It's a while, but no messages were showing up on my phone.
Oh.
Charles, you need
Help? Therapy?
photos, clam toe, tomato juice. You need tomato juice, apparently.
Oh, what is my voice was cracking when I was singing
Is that
about
what
it?
it is?
Maybe.
Oh. Sorry, you guys. I didn't even see your messages. I mean, not messages, your chat. I didn't see anything. Nothing was showing up.
And I have been doing, I've been deferring to doing a lot of talking through our live shows now, since now I am holding the camera. I'm the captain now.
Fast Pass, yes, we are alive.
Oh yeah.
The kids were out of school yesterday, and we had not celebrated Titan's birthday yet from the 15th, so we took him to do whatever he wanted.
What did we end up doing Friday? I don't think we ended up doing anything Friday. I don't even remember what happened. Oh no, Friday you had the field trip. That's what, yeah. Friday you went to Legoland. Saturday baseball. Sunday you worked. Monday was miniature golf, and now here we are Tuesday here at Disney's Magic Kingdom. I think it's gonna be a high of 87 today. Is that what it said?
Oh gosh, Shelby's in the basement.
I'd like to take a moment right now for anybody out there. Please keep those people that are being impacted by these tornadoes in your prayers.
My children are my children are undercover right now.
Yes. Yes, if you don't know,
That is Missouri, by the
yes.
way, not Florida.
yeah, yes. If you didn't know, my wife's immediate family is in the Midwest, Missouri specifically. You okay? And as everyone's probably seen,
Another one on the ground headed Shelby's way. They're in the basement.
wow. Definitely impacted areas all across the center part of the United States. From what I heard, it was Texas all the way to the Northeast.
You want to sit right here in the shade?
Yeah, that's fine. Where are we at?
At the circus sign?
Okay.
Yeah, be right back.
Am I sitting or standing? Okay. Sorry. And I do know how serious those events can be. So once again, keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and everybody that's being impacted by these storms across the greater part of the United States, from Texas all the way to the Northeast. And I don't think I answered the trivia question that I gave you guys. It was actually the question that we received. I wasn't sure if anybody heard the question at all. But there are 4 Disney attractions that were built as rides before they became movies. And the answers were Pirates of the Caribbean, The Jungle Cruise, The Haunted Mansion, and the movie that kind of fell through everyone's mindset and memories, The Country Bears. Live action Country Bears. It was as weird as it sounds. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that keeps attending this wacky channel. You never know what you're going to get. It has been a little bit of just the me show as of late, as like I said, my wife over the past month has found her new calling, as she loves to pin trade just for the sake of pin trading. Like I said, we do get multiples of the same pin, but for her, it's just for the fun of it. She will find that pin and she will trade that pin for another pin just to keep the boards looking fresh for everybody. I get a kick out of it too because it allows me to do my Disney trivia, show my knowledge of less important stuff unless you're a big Disney fan. And I like to be educated on things that I did not know. The last lady that we just had our trivia with, that's the 3rd time we've been to her. And she's educated me on the 2 previous questions. I can't remember the second question exactly, but the first question she got me real good with, which was what opening day Disney World attraction. Actually, it was opening day in both Disneyland and Disney World. What opening day attraction was specifically designed by Walt Disney himself? And we threw out a lot of rides that he did have a lot of involvement in, but the attraction that he personally designed was Tom Sawyer's Island. It was the placement of the fort and the rope bridge and all the caves in between. That is exactly in his image as he wanted it. And then you have to be careful with some questions. Some of the trivia questions will have different wording, so it's almost like it's a trick question, especially when they refer to Magic Kingdom opening day attractions. Those are not the same as Disneyland's. For instance, Pirates of the Caribbean here at the Magic Kingdom didn't open until 1973, as the Magic Kingdom Park opened up in 1971. And in case you didn't know, Pirates of the Caribbean was actually demanded to be built here at the Magic Kingdom. The original concept for what was supposed to be where Pirates is now had something to do with a Western frontier type of ride. But the people were confused as to why we didn't have Pirates of the Caribbean. And of course, the company thought, why would people who live so close to the Caribbean want an attraction based off the Caribbean? But the guest had spoken. What we got?
Sorry, I'm reading the message.
You're good. And again, if we're going to catch up with the chat here and there from time to time, we're just checking on some other people that we know. But if you didn't hear before, tomorrow is going to be Epcot. That is going to be the Beverly Challenge. That will be starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which unfortunately for you Californians, that means 7 a.m. But that stream should be going all the way till about 1-ish. No promises on the start time or the end time, but we will honor all the likes and all the new subscribers at the end of that stream, and I will be drinking the Beverly.
Shelly is good.
Okay.
Lauren is going home to assess. Shelby's still in her basement. Asia cannot be reached. I'm going to try to call her.
What county is she in?
She's in Camden. It's not there yet.
It's
but
not
I'm
there.
just
But it's
trying to
going.
tell
Okay.
her.
God, they can't afford it. They can't afford to get hit by that thing again.
Lauren,
Yeah.
they're in a travel trailer. They already moved out of their house.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
We are this upcoming month in May.
Man, sometimes I'm funny as hell.
Huh?
Sometimes I am funny as hell.
Why? What'd you do?
In the family message, I'm like, I can't get a hold of Asia. And Lauren said, let me snap her. I said, neck? That is funny right there.
This upcoming month,
even laugh.
I did just laugh. This upcoming month in May, we will be celebrating another year of the Seven Norths Mine Train. 11 years of the Seven Norths Mine Train here in New Fantasyland, the final piece of New Fantasyland. An attraction that we saw being built from the steel frame when we came into the park.
Kill myself.
What was that?
Kill myself.
Oh,
You know when you're going to be passing someone to the
Yes,
side?
yes.
And then they just keep veering like
Oh,
this
yeah,
next
yeah,
to
yeah,
you
yeah.
Until you don't have anywhere else to go?
story of my life. That's literally how my mom walked. I'd be like, Mom, you're drifting. You're drifting in my lane.
Shoulder to shoulder with this chick.
Luckily for me, my mom wore very bright colors, so I could see her coming a mile
Oh,
a mile
still
away.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
came
can
to
see her.
we came to Florida shortly after my dad passed away in 2001, and let's just say that if you ever got lost in the theme parks, just glance over the crowd and look for that bright fluorescent orange, fluorescent yellow, fluorescent green. Basically, imagine those 5 packs of highlighters. My mom had an outfit for every single one. And if my mom is ever listening, she knows it's true. Good right here? And I don't really know exactly what I might be pointing at right now, but I'm going to give a little update on Astro Orbiter. Astro Orbiter, of course, is the spaceship spinning ride located in the middle of Tomorrowland, right on top of the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. Undergoing a thorough refurbishment again, which they dismantle it all the way and then replace it piece by piece. As far as I know, that is supposed to be coming back in either late summer, early fall. But that is, of course, depending on how quickly they can work. They always give themselves a little bit of a buffer here at Disney. And actually, earlier today, we were walking through the park and we were inside of the Star Traders gift shop, which is the only place that I can think of that you go into that gift shop and you hear the original Tomorrowland, or I should say the original, I should say the Tomorrowland music loop before this new, I don't know what you would describe this. I feel like I'm in a video game with this music playing in the background. Tomorrowland, one of my least favorite lands, only because of the amount. It's basically like a sensory overload for me. as I am hearing so many different sounds that just send my brain in a frenzy. Especially because all the sounds come from so many different directions, whether it's the music, the people mover, the speedway, the distant screams of the people on Tron, which isn't as, you probably can't pick that up on the camera, but I can definitely hear it.
Robert,
Oh no, we got some.
Robert said you needed to have a sandwich. He actually already had a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why my voice is cracky. I got that. Yeah, I just had a salami sandwich. That might be why my voice sounds all crackly. Because the only thing that I've had today was water. Ugh. I try not to touch the stuff. I will definitely re-listen to this live stream later today, if not tomorrow morning. I do assess myself quite a bit. And in case anybody didn't know, and I've said this so many times before, I pretty much am guaranteed to wake up anywhere between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., which is kind of when I start my day, checking YouTube analytics, taking everything for granted that they say we should be doing on our channel. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Only thing I cannot master right now is the title of our videos. My wife obviously does a great job with the thumbnails.
Yeah, wouldn't go that far.
Well, I mean, you do better than what we were doing a year ago. I'm just trying to be crafty with the titles, but also trying to put in those keywords. And I'm very, very curious, as she goes to Pinterest real quick, if you could leave down the comments down below, anybody especially that's just listening in the background, what brings you to this channel? I know some of our faithful, it's because of the unpredictability of what we'll say and or do. I know a lot of it is just me repeating myself, but that's only because, like I said, as of late, I'm trying to fill in the void of the empty space, so there isn't so much just background noises for the most part. Especially because I was watching one of our live streams. I listened to it, I think, almost in its entirety. It was about like an hour and a half or so of Hollywood Studios. And this was like one of our earliest live streams, about late last year. And I noticed some questionable words being said, questionable conversations in the background. It was subtle, but I definitely heard it. And I was going to do I'm going to do a video one day just talking about theme park etiquette, but there's just so much to talk about that I feel as if people are going to probably get rubbed the wrong way. But as I always say, if you feel a certain way about anything that I say, I'm probably talking about you. I bet you thought this stream was about you, don't you?
Are you smack talking people?
No, I was referencing theme park etiquette. So if I ever had to correct things that people do in Disney parks, and someone's gonna be like, "Hey, I do that." Is he talking about me? And I was like, "Well, I guess I am."
Ghostbusters says the drunk humor.
Hey, I'm not even drunk. If you want to see drunk, wait till we get that paid subscriber, that paid membership thing. Then you're gonna. No, I'm serious. We're gonna have some drinks, and we're gonna sit down and chat. We're gonna get the truth. Liquid courage, or what they call it, truth serum. But yeah, no, there was a Hollywood Studios video, and I know for a fact that we've heard the adult language quite a bit inside the parks. Some of it not even out of frustration. It's just, I mean, again, I'm no saint. I will say that I do occasionally have the occasional swear words used as a noun, adjective, and a verb.
No.
But sometimes, some people are just, there's a time and a place. And as Fast Pass always says, Six Flags is at Six Flags. We don't need that Six Flags attitude here at Disney World. And I don't know if anybody's ever taken the time to look at a Disney map, well, the paper maps, or if they've looked at all the guidelines on the Disney experience. But Disney does have a lot of rules that involves no foul language, no running, no horse playing. Obviously, clothing is something that's referenced in there, which we see a lot of people. Some people get away with it, some people do not. For instance, if you have any controversial words on your clothing, you are right here. If you have any controversial wording on your clothing, you are generally asked to either turn the shirt inside out or purchase another Disney shirt. Obviously, I would hope people would pick the first option, unless you really just like Disney shirts. But as of late, we understand that it is very, very warm. It's the temperatures increasing every week here in Florida. But there are some attire that some of the girls are wearing that is not appropriate. Cutoff shorts are okay, but if they start showing those cheeks, can't do that.
I'm gonna need you to take that to Six Flags.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, if there are children present, that's not appropriate either way it goes. I don't even care if you got those foul-mouthed kids that go to Six Flags Magic Mountain. AJ? Oh. Yeah, see? Yeah. Everyone's gonna get roasted, including the young'uns. But even then, even those people they don't have to be seeing the things that adults do in any capacity. And I am very serious about that in so many ways. I remember back in the day, about 10 years ago, I was a smoker. But even still, I rarely would smoke in front of a kid. I just didn't want that kid to see me smoke. It's just how I've always been. And I'm 43 years old. I'm not going to change now. Oh, another cavalcade as we've made another successful loop around the Magic Kingdom. Oh yeah, did you tell me what time it is?
It's 5 minutes till noon.
5 till noon, okay. I'll probably switch the cord to the phone once we situate somewhere.
Vasquez said, I don't know about there, but over here it's Butt Cheek City. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That trend started so many years ago and we can't wrap that up yet.
I mean, it shouldn't have even started.
No, it shouldn't, but
Shouldn't have started, and generally that trend is because, some people probably should have wrapped it up. Like, I don't even know what the mental capacity of doing that is. Like, especially because those will probably be the same people that'll be astonished if they don't plan on it. They'll be shocked if it happens by accident.
he said Potty Mouth loves it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think all boys, they secretly, they won't even say anything. They'll just,
I've never noticed it.
Oh,
I've never said anything about it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to say anything about it because we're enjoying what we're seeing. We don't want to get in trouble for looking.
Are you saying you enjoy what you see?
I mean, well, think about it. He's already obsessed with butts.
Yeah, he's just weird. Just because he's a boy.
Exactly. So, with him being at that age, too, I'm like, well, he probably looks at it and he's probably giggling to himself. He's not going to make mention of it.
Oh, no, he yells Baba Boom. Jackson, AJ yells Baba Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
And as we get closer to the parade, we're going to go on silent for a little bit as we enjoy the cavalcade. If you see any wiggling of the camera here in the next few moments, it'll be me trying to put the charger into the phone. Let me switch this out a little bit. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. You gonna play this in for me real quick?
Phone?
Yeah, phone. All right. Oh, let me see if I can follow the cavalcade. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. Simply just following the audio. I'll be tucking the camera off to the side here for you folks as we're heading into very thick territory. Faces back towards the street. There we go.
Too many people. Too many people.
Yeah, well, my, can I turn around and look at the,
Oh, at the cavalcade?
yeah.
No, it's gone.
Oh, I didn't know what I was looking at now, so.
I'm gonna have to. You can turn around and sit down and you can face the castle, but I've got to do some stuff right now, real quick.
All right, where's the castle at?
In front of you.
Like, okay.
You're facing it now.
All right, I'll let this last minute audio go past me. I don't know if it's picking up that well on the camera here, but it is thundering. And no, unfortunately, I do not have any of the equipment that keeps the phone cool yet. Uh-oh. What did I do here? Sorry about that. There we go. As I said, we have not thoroughly looked into any of the equipment that would help keep the phone cooled off for the stream. So we're still trying to stay as shaded as possible, as much as we can. The benefit of today is that it is a cloudy day. So hopefully that will keep the sun away for the most part. I understand it's still going to be, temperature-wise, it's still fairly warm. As I said before, we're getting closer and closer at a time where people are going to find it unbearable to be here in Central Florida. But it is the time that I enjoy the most. As I said before, I've noticed a lot of the vloggers and live streamers are leaning towards more of the later afternoon streams. Of course, there's still diehards such as Disney Parks with Love and Ron on the Go. They will be here. Of course, Ron, he's here sun up to sundown on some days. Kudos to him on that. Janelle doing her rope dropping and everything in between. Everyone else that I've noticed is typically here late afternoon. Of course, John with Fun to Be Free starts his daily at 2 p.m. There's another channel out there that I want to throw some love to. I believe their channel is called Magical Hijinks. I've only seen their lives about 2 or 3 times. I haven't really been able to tune in too much. Yeah, 1 second here.
You can keep talking though.
Oh,
If you need to.
no, it's the same. Magic Hijinks channel. And,
Are you going with me up Main Street?
I can stay right here.
Okay.
I'm good. And also, I just feel as if most people that I privately have said that they do want me to talk more. So here I am. If you ever find me rambling, sorry about that. Because from what I understand, according to what YouTube experts say, is as try to keep your channel as fluent as possible with as much talking points, because you never know what someone might tune in and want to listen to. I wish I could read the chat. I'm actually, I keep saying this, I'm going to figure out a way to, I know that my phone can read the chat. Because when I watch other people's chats, I do engage in those chats because my phone will read the latest chats or any chats I choose to go through. That's why if you've ever seen me on anybody else's live stream, I do occasionally pop in there and do say a few things here and there. Ooh, that sun did pick up a little bit. But yeah, I'm working on trying. I have a tablet that I'm still trying to get used to a little bit. I've only had it since Christmas, but I'm going to see if I can use that tablet to watch my own live stream. Narcissist, I know. Just so I can see if it'll read me the chat the way my phone does. And then I might be able to engage in the chat while she is away, which definitely opens the door for a lot of things. Obviously not for me to be walking around the park by myself, but if she does want to park me somewhere and just give us a nice shot, I can attend to the chat as it happens. Other than that, feel free to keep on chiming in and just be patient with us, as she will definitely read the chats when we do get a breakdown time. As I said, as of right now, she is pin trading, and she's also checking on family members that are being impacted by the severe weather that is happening up in her home state of Missouri. Let's see if I can get my bearings here. I hear the band coming. Uh-oh. I dare not to switch positions as of yet. But again, if you are watching us right now, if you've just now tuned in, we are live here at Disney's Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday. It's going to be a high about 87, 88 degrees with a slight chance of rain somewhere in the later afternoon. We should probably be safely at the house by the time that rain shower does come through. As we get closer to that season where it will be raining almost every day here in the state of Florida in the late afternoons. Hurricane season does start in June, continues all the way to November, and they are expecting another big wave of storms this summer season. Anybody that has tuned into the news as of late, ever since 2022, when Hurricane Ian made national headlines, Florida has been a center spot for a lot of that hurricane activity more than ever. 2023 we had Ian, 2022 we had Ian, 2023 we had Idalia, and of course 2024 we were here for Helene and Milton, the actual hurricanes that hit Central Florida. Typically there is generally about some sort of a hurricane or tropical depression that does hit Florida every year. I don't think there's been a time that I've been in this state that we have not had some sort of storm come through. Whether it was a tropical storm, tropical depression, or a full-blown hurricane, we have not been in the clear. However, some of it doesn't make national attention, so that when people move here, as often as people did in the last few years, it's a shock to them. They didn't know that this happens all the time. And that has been one of the things I've always said. The biggest pro to moving to Florida is the weather. And the biggest con to moving to Florida is also the weather. The very thing that people love are the very things that people hate. A lot of people love to come to Florida because they moved to Florida because of their vacations. They took their vacations between November and March, which is pretty much the coolest times to come to Florida. Then they move here, and then all of a sudden they get to May, it's hot. June, it's hot. July, it's sweltering. August, it's blistering. September, are you done yet? October, why? And November, okay. And I've noticed that most people who move to Florida nowadays, they fled their home state up north because they want to get away from 3 months of snow. And they replaced it with 8 months of hell. With a month in between of probably casual good weather. It was one thing I had to adjust to when I first moved down here, is that a lot of people don't have a lot of outdoor activities between the months of May and November because it is just too hot for some people. I've always been seen as the odd man out because it did not matter what the temperature was, I'm going out somewhere. And as I've said before in so many other videos, anything below 98 degrees is unacceptable. I like it hot, I like it muggy, I like it humid. And no, it is not for everybody, and I completely understand that. I'll be the first one to tell people to make sure that they drink plenty of fluids, take plenty of breaks. I think the only reason why I have to take a break is because I have a camera that does not do well in the sun, which hopefully is doing well right now. We still have a little overcast. There's a little bit of a wind every once in a while. We have ducked into a couple of gift shops or stood underneath some shade. So hopefully that's keeping the phone off, cooled off enough. The other problem is, excuse me if you see my fingers in the shot, I'm just testing the phone here. The problem is that the case on my phone does not appear to be warm, but I know that the phone inside the case probably is picking up a temperature. But as I said, there is a slight breeze. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not. I'm gonna go ahead and, if you don't mind, I don't really know what exactly I'm facing right now. I'm gonna do some little panning around here, so you can get a full shot of where I'm standing. I can hear, I'm going in the direction of where I hear the Main Street Philharmonic playing, as they are probably preparing for one of their final sets. I don't know if there's gonna be 2 parades today or 1 parade. As I said, please bear with me. I have no idea what you're looking at. And I will try to return to some positioning of a viewpoint as I make my 360 view. Love is an open. Love is an open. Oh, 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 oh. Love is an open. Love with you. Let's see. A view so good, gotta do it twice. One more rotation. Think that's my wife? No? And once again, if you're wondering what the heck is going on this channel, you are in the hands of a blind man. That's right, I am a blind Disney guest. Venturing into the park, because even though I can no longer see, it still does not stop me from having a good time here at the Walt Disney World theme parks. I remember these parks so good. I have the map engraved in my head. I'm just here for the sounds, the ambiance, listening to everyone else have a good time. Earlier today, my Disney senses were tingling. Someone's balloon was floating away, but it was held down by the weights. And I somehow reached my hand out and grabbed it as it ran past me. And the family was, I would say, they were grateful that I found it for them, or grabbed it for them. I'm gonna go ahead and start to just keep it pointed in this direction. Hopefully the Mickey's Philharmonic will continue to play and I'll hopefully be pointing in the right direction. And of course, they're probably yelling some instructions that I can't hear. Oh, hold on. Just here. Let me know in the chat down below if I'm doing a good job or a bad job. Just in case my wife sees the chats and is wondering what the heck is going on. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. That's me. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse. Come inside. It's fun inside. It's amazing how I probably would never have watched a lot of things on Disney if it wasn't for my kids. Because I just keep it old school. But the fact that I still do find some enjoyment in some of the shows I used to watch back in the day.
We'll do that tomorrow or the next day.
Even with some of the most recent movies, I probably would never have given those movies a chance if it wasn't for my little ones. Of course, Calypso, who enjoys a lot of the movies that have come out. I can't get into the Moana too much. It's a good movie, I get it. Can't get into it. I have yet to sit down and watch Encanto all the way through. But I am a huge fan of Coco. Like I said, forgive me if we're looking at something that you may not have wanted to see. But I'm only pointing the camera in the direction I hear the music. Last couple of live streams, I actually nailed a couple of viewpoints. If you were here for that. And as they fade off, I'm going to continue the 360 to keep myself positioned.
Oh, time.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, beautiful. Also, I am trying to be a little bit more socially active on our Facebook group by the same name this time. So if you're active on Facebook, go ahead and tune into that. And oddly enough, I may have fallen into the TikTok realm. I don't have anything up yet, but I think I'm going to be focusing on venturing off into the TikTok world, doing a lot of food eating videos, not necessarily anything to do with Disney, just food in general, as apparently that has been my calling ever since I was a young one. I figured I see so many other people doing it and not even doing it good. I might as well jump in there and show people how it's really done. I've actually been watching a lot of this guy lately. He's been around for a while. I think his channel's called, oh man, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Beard Meets Food, where he just goes around. He just tries to find these different challenges around the country. I feel as if some of the challenges I've seen him do, I definitely could have done. Maybe not as fast as him. I think one of the ones he did was 6 pounds of Stromboli, and he finished it in 21 minutes. I would probably say give me about half an hour, maybe 45. I probably could have did the same thing. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to sit down just for a hot minute. Once again, forgive me, I do not know exactly what we're going to be looking at for the time being. But I will entertain you guys one way or the other. I have a trivia question. I asked my kids this question. Obviously, I knew they wouldn't know the answer because it's an old school Disney question. And the question goes as this: the Magic Kingdom parking lot was at one time named after 6 of the 7 dwarfs. Can anyone tell me which of the 7 dwarfs was not named in the parking lot and why? And then hopefully if my wife gets here in the next few minutes or so, whenever she's done doing what she's doing, I will hopefully have some comments down below, answers to the question. 6 of the 7 dwarfs were named parking spots in the Magic Kingdom parking lot. One of them was omitted. There is a specific reason as to why. I actually should have titled this, I actually should have entitled some of our videos as trivia days. I figure maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays we'll either do trivia or Epcot challenges. That's kind of the direction I would like to go with the channel. Of course, that might change by Thursday when I'll forget exactly what I said. Hopefully everything will stay where it needs to stay at. Go ahead and pan this way. We'll start to revolve around the opposite direction. And once again, I want to give kudos to all the cast members who come to this place every day and to make as much magic as they can. As the temperatures rise, I understand some of those costumes that these cast members have to wear, it is relentless with the heat. Disney costumes do try to be as light as they can. I've had the opportunity of wearing several different costumes, and I'm actually quite impressed at how much air does circulate through some of the costumes. I would say some of the hottest costumes I ever wore was, of course, the Butler costume over there at the Haunted Mansion. Even though it is somewhat of a thin material, it still can be a little bit much for the heat. I've never been one to complain about that, but I could definitely understand how it may make a lot of people uncomfortable. Disney has changed a lot of the costumes over the past number of years. Some are good, some are questionable. But let's just say that some of the costumes here at Disney are not fashion statements at all. As the parade, or I should say as Mickey's Philharmonic continues to go in some direction down the road. And I would imagine there should be one more castle show coming up pretty soon. That might be what Mickey's Philharmonic is trying to get everybody ready for. Keep the crowds drawn into the center. Get them ready for the castle show or any parades that come down. I don't ever want to fall into a routine in the sense of showcasing the same. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to do. It's Disney. There's only so much you can do every day. And of course, everyone else kind of does the same thing. I don't mind doing it. But I've noticed that a lot of the other live streamers, they'll congregate at the same area at the same time. And then somebody might be missing something. Like, I think that we captured the hoedown in Frontierland about one time. And that's something that I don't see a lot of vloggers showcase at all. I don't know again if it's because of copyright concerns, but they do play the Hokey Pokey and various other songs. It's also a good chance of meeting some rare characters like Clarabelle Kyle and Horace Horsecollar. And if you forgive me once again, I'm going to go ahead and place the camera down for a quick moment as I am going to get me a drink of water. Just be placing it right here on this ledge. And if anybody has the My Disney Experience app readily available, they could check in some of those wait times. I would like to do something as far as a ride today, especially if it's under like 20-25 minutes. Sometimes I can get away with 30-minute attractions because sometimes I feel as if that's a buffer. A lot of times I've always said give or take about 10 or 15 minutes. That wait time could be higher, could be lower. Sometimes I used to be able to eyeball the crowd. Oh. Okay. I guess we got something going on because a speaker just came out of nowhere. In case you didn't know, Disney does have retractable speakers located in various parts of the park, all parks. Oh. Okay. If you can hear in the background back there, I think I'm pointing his general direction. It is one of the piano players over there at Casey's Corner. Am I pointing towards Casey's Corner?
Yeah.
Oh, good call. I was doing a 360 view and I kind of got turned around, so I lost place of the castle.
Oh. Okay. Lauren just got home. Everything's fine. Just some things blown around. Okay.
And then whenever you get a chance, we'll just jump into some shade or some AC real quick.
I'm sorry. I made friends with a cast member in the Emporium, and I love her. Her name is Karen from Ohio.
Of
Great.
course.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have to catch up on all of this.
Want to get inside somewhere?
Oh. Put me down a second. No, down.
Oh, sorry. All right, so Casey's is behind us. Fountains to my left. So we're headed towards Crystal Palace?
No, we're leaving Crystal
Or
Palace.
we're leaving Crystal Palace? Okay.
Hang on a second, please.
We're headed now into Adventureland. Should be coming up to my right, the area that supposedly is the Club 33 Lounge. That they never, to me, it seems like they've never really opened. I'm gonna take this time and go ahead and switch the fuel rod from phone to gimbal. So please bear with me.
Oh my god. I'm sorry that I cannot deal with all of this today. I have people messaging me like crazy and then all these messages on YouTube. I mean, I just can't. Fast Pass. Sunday he went for an audition and a dude ran out all bloody like he was being stabbed. Caught us off guard. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He said, yay, look at that lamppost. LOL. Robert says, Jen and Charles, why don't you watch the parade? The parade will start after we're already gone for the day. Radio need a Mac room. No, Fast Pass Charles, I thought of you the other day. They found out how to regenerate eyesight.
Yeah, I saw that. On I think it was NBC News. I'd said earlier, I think it was just before you came in. Let me say, yeah. In case you hear, one of the reasons we don't watch the parade is usually the parades are going while we're leaving. We're usually done with the theme park by 2 o'clock, and sometimes they do revert the parades back to 3 o'clock.
Are we supposed to call Jack today?
Huh?
Are we supposed to call Jack?
I can. I'll do it when we get back.
I love that movie.
But yes, I did see, and I heard the same news story. Very, very hopeful. It's actually something that I thought about years ago about how fish and other invertebrates can rejuvenate. And the fact that, yeah, I think the guy said that they're going to be starting trials on mice and other rodents. Human trial won't begin until 2028. Sign me up. It'll be a huge breakthrough in technology, or it should be a huge breakthrough in medicine, if that does end up being something that can be done. And if that is the case, then there will be no stopping me if that happens.
To the right.
To the right. Let's stay right here. Sorry. But yeah, it's also, yeah, it's we did do the parades at one point in time when they were 12 and 3. But then we were hitting a lot of copyright strikes. Same thing with the castle show. We can pretty much show most of the castle show up until it gets to, I think it is Elsa's part.
He said they already did it to the mice and he heard it worked.
Okay. Well, then that's promising then.
Where do you sign up?
Yeah, where can I sign up? I've got, like I said, I've got a right eye that is completely blind, so you can't go wrong with that. My left eye is probably, I mean, if I had to really guess, okay, I just got spit on. Stupid camel. If I had to guess, my left eye is probably about 8%, maybe a little bit less than that. And again, like in case anybody didn't know, ooh, I'm sorry. Just like that. Depending on the lighting, I can see certain shadows, but I have no peripheral vision at all. So what I focus on is the only thing I can see. Like as of right now, I can see the outline in a way of the camera and the gimbal. But if I focus on that, that's all I'm going to be able to see. But if that does work and that vision can be restored, there is not a single moment that will go by that you will not see something that I'm doing on a video.
To the right.
I would like to.
You want to?
Yeah. Oh, do I have to have my match band?
Can you put it down for a little bit then?
I'm good. How about you? Yeah, same old, same old. Yeah. Still waiting for them to place me somewhere, but you know how that goes. I wish I've been telling them, but because I can't do everything, they, because I'd be like, you put me in the game all day, I'll do that. Well, thank you. Thank you too. All right, I'll have you guys pointed down for a little bit as we navigate through this queue. Okay. Looks like we're getting some special treatment here for Pirates of the Caribbean. I've been told a couple times that I should try to come back here, but that unfortunately is not up to me, or else I would have been here in a heartbeat. And the funny thing about this attraction is everyone always talks about the smell of pirate water. I never knew that smell until I stopped working here. I guess because I got so used to it by seeing it and smelling it every day. Ooh, should probably turn my Wi-Fi off or on. Hopefully we will keep as much service as we can until maybe we get stationary. I think we do have to switch to... Huh?
When I say point it down, you have to point it down.
I can't hear you. There's too much noise.
I mean, not now. We're already past our hour.
Please bear with us as entering this building does cause for a little bit of lag, which is probably already being experienced.
Prepare to make sail. Bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuiden a los niños.
Okay. Why not?
Looking way that hurt. Enjoyed the ride. Because it's your first time too. Yeah.
Quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't you, boy?
Oh, you scurvy skunk! Do I hear 10? A head for a 10! Here I be, and the treasure map, and the key as well. And I will give to see the look of Captain Sparrow's face. When the ears stand, there's only me what's got the goods. Keep still. Study the map. Oh, it's the treasure map for sure, and no mistake.
Are you wanting to wrap it up soon? I think you might be. Did you say 1?
Yes. Well, no, I said for tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. Did it come back or no?
Yeah. ride tracks, it most certainly was your fault.
The thing, it's still trying to figure out, because we know the Wi-Fi, it's Disney Wi-Fi, so it's very spotty. We've had some good luck on certain rides when we turn the Wi-Fi off, because apparently, you know, we have a new phone service, so it's supposed to be really, really good. But some of these attractions, you know, they're solid concrete in some spots, so. But hopefully, some of you did enjoy whatever you could see of Pirates of the Caribbean.
You didn't freeze up till the end.
Oh, well, even better. Oh, well, then that would make sense too, because that's where the train is specifically. And of course, Pirates of the Caribbean, always a special place for me. One of my favorite childhood rides. It's one of my favorite rides with my dad. I was blessed to be able to work that attraction for about 2.5 years.
Ride Tracks is feeling under the weather. I'm so sorry. Body aches are the worst.
It does seem to be going around too, because Titan had a little bit of a cough the last few days. Of course, that was probably allergies in the ball field. I had, what was it? I had like 3 days. My face was tingling. Like it just hurt all the way around.
Oh, Potty Mouth had a cough too. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask this too. So like, what was it last week? Fast Pass, did you guys feel that earthquake that happened in, what was it? I think it was San Diego County?
Far right. Far right.
Still so.
You know who I just saw walk by?
Who?
Sorry to interrupt you. Wells. I'm almost positive that was him.
Oh.
Is he still with the company?
I think so. Well, last we saw he was.
him.
Yeah, last we saw he was at. Remember he was at Golden Oak.
Dang it! We didn't have the camera on. I would have seen.
He probably wouldn't even remember us.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
hope
been-
she feels that, he said, Fast Pass says, which one, Charles? Which one, Charles? I wasn't
Oh yeah,
so
oh,
I don't know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
I can't remember. It was like, I guess it happens that frequently. I think it was. Well, how many did you guys have last week? It was one that I said was. Now I can't remember what cities it affected. I know they said it was like San Diego. Like it went from all the way from San Diego to LA County. So I know that's very vague if it happens so frequently. But yeah, feels like everybody's kind of been. We've heard a lot of coughing the last few times we've been to the parks. Probably those last minute sicknesses before that summertime comes in. But it always feels special to get that little recognition over there at some of our favorite old attractions. Always seeing familiar faces. Consider the fact that I have not worked at Pirates since 2016. So you're what, that's 9 years ago? Still seeing familiar faces, hearing familiar voices that still recognize us. And then we still see other people in the background. But we don't know, like we didn't work with a lot of people too often, so I don't want to be like, hey, remember us? Like you should, because we're those people. Yeah.
He said there was a couple, they rocked me to sleep, he said.
So yeah.
I didn't know there were that many going on out there. We're still talking about earthquakes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
How long are you going today?
I guess whenever. What are you thinking there?
I wasn't. I was just asking.
Oh, I mean, I figured if we can go as long as possible.
While partially in pain and somewhat delirious, let me offer you guys my digital art services if you guys want something designed. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. FastPass made us a logo a while back, but I want to make my own just because I want to be able to do it. It makes me like, I'm not very good at that stuff, but I find it challenging, so I want to do it. So I keep trying to make my own design.
But always keep that in the background too, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, like I said, not good at that stuff.
That's all part of the experience. I mean, you know, I'm not very good at the vlogging. You're seeing random things at random times. I'll just point the camera in the direction of sounds and hope for the best.
We never said we were going to be good.
No, I mean, who wants to be good? If you want good, I mean, there's plenty of other channels to be good. But if you want to watch chaos and
I see Traxler.
oh,
I would wave, but
he doesn't. Yeah, he wouldn't.
he doesn't know me.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wouldn't remember me.
Yes, he would.
Like I said, it's been 9 years. Actually, it's probably been 10 years since I've worked with him.
Scoot up against the fence. I'll be right back.
All right, back here at the crosslands of Liberty Square and Fantasyland. We're just behind my left shoulder. You'll hear the Liberty Square music of colonial times. Almost sounds very Robin Hood-like, Robin of Locksley. And then over here to my far right, you'll hear the sounds of Rapunzel, Tangled area. Before we enter into the Bavarian sounds of the courtyard of the Magic Kingdom.
Ray Trax says, well, I can make it and animate it.
Ooh, wow, that's fancy.
Animate it.
That's fun, sir.
I just want, I have something in my head that I want to do. I just haven't, like, I've started on it. I just don't know how to add what I want in it.
Yeah.
Like, I want like an animated thing of Charles and myself.
Okay. And then for me, like, I always had this thought process because I've actually had the name This Time in my head well before we actually started doing videos. And to me, I wanted to have something, like, I wanted to theme it around a clock, obviously. And so I had a visual of, remember the old General Electric? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all old enough here to remember it. The old General Electric clocks that had the flaps for the times. It's like I wanted something like that, but instead of the time, it would just say "This Time" in it. Well, yeah, no, that's not a description of what you said at all. I also had like different images of like the old watches that used to light up, would have a black background and have like green numbers. But I'm down for whatever because I'm not gonna see it.
Don't lean over to your right too much or you'll hit it.
I got a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to do with this channel. And like we talked about just a few minutes ago, with the possible breakthrough in restoring vision loss for people with, like myself, with glaucoma and other degenerating eye symptoms or diseases. Hopefully they will be able to fast track all of their data. Of course, I don't want them to rush it if it's not ready, but as of right now, I've heard that there is no immediate side effects that they can see. So like I said, if I can find out where to get on that list, I could be the very first. I would like to be one of the first few candidates.
Fast Pass said, draw me like one of your French girls. Ride tracks.
Oh.
Ride tracks says one.
I'll have to. Ooh la la.
A few moments, we will open our gates. Once seated, the children's seat and battery stirrup. Please welcome our
Whoa.
standing.
What just touched me? Okay. That's what I was thinking at first. I was like, oh, you guys like that balloon in 3D? I can tell you, if it hit my hand, it definitely hit the camera. Ooh, that guy just got clocked right in the shoulder blade. Obviously, the area between Peter Pan and Small World's always a bottleneck. Just imagine how that bottleneck used to be when a planter used to be there, as that was actually one of the posts for the old Skyway. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Boom. And again, in case you didn't know, that is the hourly castle show in front of the castle. It can be seen perfectly on Main Street, USA, featuring the Disney princesses of Tiana, Rapunzel, Anna and Elsa.
Ride track says, while people around me cried for Jack, I chuckled. So rude. There was plenty of room for him. I'm sorry. There was plenty of room for him.
Well, you know, when I saw that movie, I was kind of like, I'm like typical. Plenty of room for the guy, but no room at all. It's kind of like, you know, if anybody has ever, you know, may have been married or anything like that, you know, I've always been the type of guy to say it's great to sleep next to your significant other, especially when all you get is the tag as part of the sheet.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, not now, because we have a king-size bed, so there's plenty of room somehow. Somehow, though, you still end up majority on my side. I mean, I will say this, though. We got the king-size bed. I knew I'd have a lot more room than before, because the queen-size bed, between you and that chihuahua.
To the right.
To the right.
Far right.
All right. I mean, I can't go any farther than that. Say any farther, it'll be behind me.
I'm sorry. Beth said, me too, ride tracks. Let that peasant go. You guys.
You know,
For shame.
at the same time, too, if you think about it, if Jack was selfish, she wouldn't have even survived. He guided her throughout the entire ordeal. He even told her, "It's like, hey, you know, she was probably be the first ones to jump. She would have been one of those people that got sucked into the porthole." But he told her, "It's like, no, wait, woman, wait, woman."
guys go back to the Lucy and Desi. Oh. Why don't you guys go back to the Lucy and Desi beds? Do they have separate beds?
Yeah. But see, that was because I believe at that time it was like it had something to do with like you couldn't show that on TV. You couldn't show two people in the same bed at the same time. So they had the little Bert and Ernie action going on. Yeah, I do remember. I remember seeing a story about that was controversial to show two people, even if they were a married couple, showing two people in the bed together. Again, I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I can believe it because it was. I mean, I think there was multiple shows I would see that in. To be honest with you, that's actually not a bad idea though. Two separate beds. Wouldn't have to worry about waking up in the middle of the night and possibly waking her up. And then I wouldn't have to make my bed up in the morning. I'd be like, well, I'm going to mess up the sheets when I get back in the bed, so there's no sense in making it up. And I will see if we will maybe possibly have any discussion later today. If not, we'll have to probably just stay tuned for a day where we're not going to be so actively busy. Like I said, I would love to switch to doing late afternoon, evening live streams at the house. And also, I would like to get enough subscribers at least to where maybe we can do some paid memberships for some of our exclusive content.
Out there, do the upper pass people make fun of lower pass people? I found that they do here at Disneyland. Oh, I don't know.
I haven't experienced it, but I mean, personally, I think so because, like, and I don't know, this isn't a dig at anybody, but, like, there are some people, like, I feel as if when you're staying at, like, a top-tier deluxe resort, sometimes feel as if they're better than a lot of other people, especially if you're just staying at a value. We see it in some of the comments in, like, other chat room, or not chat rooms, Facebook groups. A little bit of a shade towards people who stay at like Pop Century or All Stars. But then I think there's like an upper tier on top of that because some people, and I've actually seen some vloggers, like they just stay at DVC now. They just will have nothing to do with anything less. And that's fine, but it's just like some people you can just tell it's like they only expect it and they don't want anything less than that.
Yeah, I'm still just white trash.
I mean, I'm over here just like, let's see. What did we look up? Bay Lake Tower. Even with our discount, Bay Lake Tower was still like $1,000 a night. And I'm over here just like $1,000? Oh God, that's like 2 weeks at Pop Century. Like, I don't think I'll take Pop Century, thank you very much. I mean, well, that too. I mean, shoot, for $1,000, I could probably stay a week and a half at All Star Sports. With the deluxe dining plan. Who does that? Let me get the table service dining plan for our value resort. I'm gonna be bougie with my food.
Yeah. Right Track was saying that I guess she couldn't even say on TV that she was pregnant back then. Lucy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the thing is though, I was watching a story about them, and like even though they went their separate ways, they still like really adored each other. And I think that she actually, when he was dying, they had talked to the right. When he was basically on his deathbed, I think Lucy called him, and they just said that they loved each other, and then he died like shortly after that phone call. And that stuff always interests me because, like, when I was a little kid, I didn't even realize that that was like before my time. I mean, I'm probably like 5, 6, 7 years old, not realizing that this was back in the, what was Lucy, the 50s? Can't even remember what time frame it was.
I can't move.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a bunch of old TV shows. I never had any clue that show was like years before my time. So I'm watching old black and white shows like Lassie, Mr. Ed, Dennis the Menace. I'm watching these shows like they were just out like maybe a few years ago. And no, Leave It to Beaver, the black and white version, My Three Sons. I'm gonna go nostalgic for some of you guys that might be old enough to remember. The Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres. I think most of those shows too were in that era where it was black and white at first and they were able to transition into color. And sometimes when I see like a version of a show that was in black and white and then it's in color, then I sometimes be like, what were they thinking with those outfits?
Lucy and Desi gave us Star Trek. All right, Fastman says ride tracks. That's a real thing. It's usually the ones that can't come on the weekend, and when they are able to come on a Sunday, people say here come the peasant. What is it? Peasant pastors.
And that's the one thing I do not like about the tiered system here at Disney, is that it's kind of like, it gives you that pecking order type of mentality, because there are people who have like the top tier passes. They don't have any blackout days. They can just basically come any day they can get a reservation. And then there's like the bottom two, which has a lot more blackout dates, which to me is kind of unfair because most people from Florida, like, why should they get blackout dates? They're the number one visitor of the park at any given time anyway. But like, we have a Pixie Pass, which is pretty much just the weekends. Pirate Pass, which is pretty much good for a lot of the year except for obviously the big holiday seasons. The Sorcerer's Pass, which has less blackout dates. And then there's the Incredipass, which I don't think has any blackout dates. Also, too, I got a question about Disneyland. Now, does Disneyland have a preferred parking like we do? Basically, it just means that you park closer to the front so that you don't have to take the tram. But I know Disneyland, you pretty much, always have to take the tram. So then, do they have a preferred parking, or is it pretty much just like a valet? Oops, I'm sorry. Because we've actually only driven to a Disneyland parking lot one time. That was our first stay, because we actually didn't realize how close we were to Disneyland at the time. But our parking was free at that time because we were cast members, so we just had to show our ID.
I guess they have a closer parking that costs more but not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it's how I feel about the parking here. It's like they charge more for preferred, but it doesn't really do you anything.
Disney annual passes are now called Magic Key Passes. There are 4 tiers to Magic Key Passes. Inspire, Believe, Enchant, and Imagine, and only for SoCal residents.
I will say, though, I cannot wait until they finally come to their senses and get rid of this reservation system. It just makes so many things so much more complicated than it needs to be, especially for as many people that have never been here. And to have them have all these different like regulations they have to go through, all these hoops just to get inside the park. Everyone has to be on their phones all the time for everything. I mean, we don't have to because we're just so relaxed with it. Like the only phone we really have is the one I'm streaming on. If we really want to look at the wait time, we'll look it up. But if not, we generally just walk past the attraction and just see what the wait time is and determine from there. Like I said, usually with the lightning lanes, there's a buffer. Usually that buffer is either 10 or 15 minutes, but it could be 10 or 15 minutes higher, 10 to 15 minutes lower.
Right track says reservations must go.
Yes. I mean, I think unanimously everybody will say that. And again, I always think I can see the business side of it. They want to know how many people are going to be in the park so they can adjust their budget for the workers. But at this point in time, it's like, come on, it's like every year, every day is something different. Just go back to the way it was. Stop nickel and diming everybody and stop making reservations for everything. Especially when like here in Florida, the ideology is a little stupid. So like there'll be no reservations for Magic Kingdom, but you can park hop at any time. So then if there's no reservation for Magic Kingdom, you would think that subsequently Magic Kingdom is full to capacity or close to. But yet I can go book a reservation for Animal Kingdom, scan in, and then just go straight to Magic Kingdom from there. And then what? Like, do I not exist? And that's exactly what people do. Like, whenever you see reservations are gone for Magic Kingdom, best believe everyone's snatching up the next reservation. As long as you're not blocked from that park altogether. Like, cast members, we will be blocked completely from the Magic Kingdom during a peak season.
I was told they're not going anywhere because it works well with the staffing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, that's the only reason why, but at the same time, it's like...
If we can all go scan at Animal Kingdom
Yeah.
and then come to the park 30 minutes after opening,
Yeah.
what did they accomplish?
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like... That's one of those things where it's like that's someone who sits at a corporate desk and they're making decisions, yet they don't understand what's really going on in the park. Because for instance, let's say Magic Kingdom, which comfortably can fit about, I would say, 80,000 people. But let's say they have 60,000 reservations, so they budget the park, staffing-wise, for 60,000 people. But yet, 25,000 people can scan into Epcot, Studios, and Animal Kingdom and come straight to the Magic Kingdom all within the same day. Now you're understaffed for no reason whatsoever.
It blows my mind that someone thinks that that's a good idea.
Yeah. Like before, when we worked here, before the good old days, before reservations, and again, it might be different at Disneyland, obviously, but like here at Disney World, you can't control the crowds. It's just too many people in too many different areas, and they're all gonna flood one place whether you like it or not. But like the good old days where it will be overstaffed, yes, but then you'd have a lot of people that are already eager to go home early. So then you could be like, okay, we don't need 4 people. Who wants to go home early? Oh man, you'll have 6 people jumping. You'll have 6 people, including one person who had the day off, who wants to get released from work early.
Right, Trek says I go only if it's an invite and they make the reservations. Yeah.
And today, this is the other thing too. I don't know why I said that just like the other guy. Today is a good to go day. So then it's like no reservation required for annual pass holders of any kind. You can just show up.
Today, tomorrow, and Thursday.
Oh, it is Thursday too? Okay, yeah. So they throw that in every once in a while. And I've always thought once they add more of those good to go days, it could be the look of, okay, we're going to go back to no reservations. Everything's going to be a good to go day unless it's like specific holidays or targeted times of the year. I mean, like we said, we've worked here enough times to know 50 to 60,000 people. That's just a good hustle day. Like it's gonna be busy, but it's manageable. 70 to 80,000, you're gonna feel it. Anything more than like 80, that's when they start going into their. I think it's like 76,000 when they go in their phase openings, only letting certain people in. And every theme park is different. Magic Kingdom will be nice and steady at about 55, 60,000. Epcot, even though it's a bigger park, Epcot will feel busy at about 40,000. Studios and Animal Kingdom, it's like they're busy at 30,000. And of course, I would probably say that that's mainly because there's not as many attractions and things to disperse the crowd of those other 3 parks. I think Magic Kingdom has 20 different attractions that are on their Lightning Lane list. Most of the other parks probably only have 10, if not less. And then, of course, Magic Kingdom in the future, I think we'll be adding, I think there's supposed to be 2 attractions for Cars Land and 2 attractions for Villains. Go ahead and switch out my fuel rods here. I actually have no idea if this fuel rod is even empty or not. Gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Once we do pull over somewhere, I'll probably switch out the cord to the phone. Hopefully you guys are still there. And I know I haven't said this in a while, but if you are enjoying anything that you've seen today, sorry for the wiggling, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification for any and all of our future videos. As I said, as of right now, I am planning to be at Epcot for the Beverly Challenge. That could start anywhere from 10 a.m. and ending probably at about 1-ish. I would say be here anywhere between 11 and 12 to see if we are either on or still on. Like I said before, we will probably be trying to transition to doing regular videos. We have some food videos that I'd want to do here in the future. All right, bear with me here as I'm going to attempt, I think I'm by myself now, to attempt to switch this to the phone. So please be wary if you see any fingers or any camera movements. Okay, hold on. I think I did it. Hopefully you guys are still with us. I'm still on, right?
Huh?
I'm still on, right?
Yep.
Okay, this on?
Fast Pass said no overheating today. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, I would say that taking that break at Pirates, and of course, I've been staying in the shade as much as possible while she's been finding some nice shaded spots and undercover spots. I've only been out in the sun at one moment in time with the castle shot, if it was even a good castle shot. What time is it now?
1:30.
1:30. Okay, so probably going to be winding it up. Wind it up. Boop. Oh, you know what? That actually ties into this time. If you wind up your clocks. That should be our. I was saying that should be our tagline. Or we. What did I say? We should wind the clocks, which would be like and subscribe. Set your alarm, which is your notification for any of our future videos. You're in the hands of a blind man here at the Magic Kingdom. I would say it's definitely got to be in the 80s now.
$85.
85 degrees here at the Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday afternoon. As we will be wrapping up this stream, doing some last minute rounds of the pin trading. We successfully, well, I wouldn't say successfully, we managed to take you guys on Pirates of the Caribbean today with the help of some great cast member friends that I've had over the years. One of which, that I don't think we saw today, she just recently celebrated her birthday. And the other one, who is just always so nice all the time. Appreciate everybody that continues to make that magic here at Disney. Some guests more pleasant than others, some guests more magical than others, but hey, for some people it's a way of life, for other people it's just a paycheck. It's fine either way. I've actually heard on 2 or 3 occasions since I've left Pirates of the Caribbean how it would be cool if I could come back. I actually vowed to return when I did leave back in 2016. I told everybody I will be back one day. I just don't know when. I don't know how. And if these eye drops that they're trying to work on do show some improvements, I will be back. I will be doing all types of duties that I've been wanting to do. I feel as if a big part of my life was robbed from me because of this glaucoma. I was just starting my family. My daughter was born in 2015. I was diagnosed with the glaucoma and was declared legally blind by 2018. So there's a lot. There's a lot that I missed there.
It almost sounded like you said Legally Blonde, and I'm like, that's not.
No, that'd be you.
A different movie.
Yeah. No, but if these eye drops do prove to be true and work, best believe I'm gonna turn into a workaholic. We'll be figuring out everything to do with this. I'll get caught up on all my technology. I'll be hitting up Ride Tracks to teach me how to make 3D videos. I'm gonna be. I still would love to do a podcast. I have to get like a partner.
You might want to point it down.
Point it down.
No, stay there.
I'd want a partner in crime for the podcast. Someone to banter off with, just off the cuff. And in case you're wondering why you're looking at the ground, it's just because we're in a very tight space. I don't want to point the camera too close to someone's face. Oh, I know. I was just readjusting my hands, so.
Are we done? Oh, you want to wrap it up down here?
Yeah, we could do that. Looking at Main Street?
No.
Okay.
The exit.
Oh, all right, guys.
The
Well,
monorail's going by there. The monorail's going by there.
all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up right now. We're going to make our trek back to the car to get these dang kids. As I said, just hit your bell notification. We might be live tomorrow at Epcot for the Beverly Challenge. I would say check in on us anytime after maybe 10 a.m. or so. And then we'll probably tally that up by 1. And if you don't know the Beverly Challenge, that'll be for every 10 likes. That is 1 cup of Beverly on that video as we're live. And then for every 5 subscribers, I was checking out our analytics, and we had some pretty good subscriber count over the last 28 days. I think we've had at least 10 in the last couple weeks. So that's always good in my book, considering the fact that we start off with nobody. But as of that is the only thing that we really have planned. Probably nothing on Thursday. I can't remember what we're doing. What was the thing on Friday? It has nothing to do with the... Oh, maybe we're going to try on Friday to stream. Not absolutely sure.
Yeah.
No promises?
Yeah. Ride Track says I'm going to sleep.
Okay, well.
I hope you feel better.
I'm happy you at least woke up enough to join us.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you next time on This Time.